Welcome to Arc Raiders Quest Guides. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Settled in Full quest. What we have to do here is destroy a Bastion and deliver a Bastion Cell to Tian when. So essentially, this is going to turn into a guide for destroying Bastions, but I'm going to experiment along the way. Now, believe it or not, the top of the Bastion, specifically this circle area, is actually where you want to shoot and destroy the Bastion if you can maneuver yourself into an elevated position above the Bastion's line of fire. Obviously, legendary and epic weapons will deal the best arc damage without a doubt, but on a budget or lower risk, medium ammo guns like the Venator and Renegade actually do some decent damage, as well as the Anvil, obviously. But you can see here, after I destroyed the Bastion with the Venator, I was left with 163 rounds of medium, and I brought in 320 rounds, or 4 stacks of 80. I only ended up using around 157 rounds of medium ammo to destroy the Bastion, and so I would actually not even bother shooting the legs of the Bastion unless it's already close to being destroyed, or you need to disable it for a second, like if your plan is to use grenades and mines, which is the other way to do this. Most people know by now the Deadline and Lure Grenade is the best quick use item combo, almost always guaranteeing destroying the Bastion when done correctly. When the Bastion is distracted by the Lure Grenade, place the Deadline on the back of the yellow canister on the back of the body, and you've done it. Quest complete. Easy enough. Now, a Wolfpack also does great damage too, but that's assuming all of the projectiles of this grenade land appropriately. They did not for me, and maybe I should have thrown it from a different angle, but I could tell visually like half of the projectiles hit the strong outer armor of the Bastion, so those don't really inflict damage to base health. And I know exactly how much damage I did because you get 2 XP per point of damage inflicted to larger arc like Bastions, so divide the XP by 2, and I only did 416 damage to the Bastion's total 2050 HP. But I wasn't going to use 2 Wolfpacks, so I tried 5 Seeker Grenades to see if that might help at all, and it did like 59 to 117 damage depending on where it impacted. Had to finish the Bastion off with about 15 or so Anvil shots. So I was curious what might be the budget-friendly option. I tried 25 light impact grenades that I crafted myself, super cheap, and I heard 25 to 30 of these can take out a Bastion. But I quickly learned that unless you hit the top circle area on the Bastion every single time, not the hard armor pieces on the side like I was doing, the grenade damage is not going to be optimal. So we move on to Trailblazers. I brought 3 with me just because I know throwing these leaves a flammable gas path, so you have to throw them as close to the Bastion as possible to have the greatest explosive damage impact. It does decent damage, but I had to throw another 20 Anvil shots or so into it to finally take it down. Still, not a bad option as long as you play cover. And finally, if you do have a friend you can queue in duos with, you'll be able to destroy the Bastion twice as fast with guns and grenades. Makes it a whole lot easier. So whichever way you choose, bring a hatch key because 1 Bastion cell needs to be extracted for quest completion. Unless you already have one in your stash pack at Speranza, that works too. So finally, once you're all done and claim the quest rewards, you'll be met with 30 Raider tokens. That's all for this quest guide, but if you want more guides, drop a follow or subscribe. See you topside, Raider.